Okay, Spelthorne Business Forum. About 2.5 years ago, I was approached by Councillor Colin Davis and Roberto Tambini as to whether I'd be interested in getting involved in helping the council and giving advice to the council on trying to improve the economic climate in the borough. The idea was that they didn't really have anybody giving them advice from grassroots, if you like, as to what they need to do. So they asked myself, Alex Tribbick and a few other people to get involved with that. So Alex Tribbick became the chairman, I became the deputy chairman, and the idea was that he'd do his job for 2 years and then I would become the chairman. In fact, I became the acting chairman after a year for lots of reasons, and I'm now the chairman. So I've actually been involved with this for well over 2 years now. We found that really nobody was looking at the borough to see how it could be improved for businesses, whether those businesses be currently in the borough or whether looking to move to the borough. So we really had an open book on what we could do, and we needed to pull together some other people to get advice in the community to do that. So we managed to get some local business people and representatives in the area. For example, someone from the Surrey Chamber of Commerce, the head of one of the local schools, someone who's very involved with the Job Central Employment, someone who's very involved with training. And I think that was probably the core group to start with that became the Economic Development Group for Spelthorne. And that's an advisory body to try and advise the council. Why did I do it? I did it because I've lived in the borough for over 20 years. I care about what happens in the borough, and I could see a lot of things which are wrong in the borough that maybe could be improved, and therefore it gave me a platform, but a way of perhaps suggesting to the council the things they could do. Without going to all the things we did, one of the things we looked at was in Staines. What are we doing in Staines? How do we get business in Staines? And as a starting point, recommended we should change the name to Staines-Upon-Thames. Trying to improve training of people within the borough, and any other opportunities that arise to try and help development. For example, the Portas bid which Ashford applied to, that came through the Economic Development Group and then got passed to Ashford people to progress that. Well, there was nothing when we started, really. There really wasn't anyone that I could tell giving the council any sensible advice on what they might like to do. Since then we've grown, and we've become if I leave SBF just a moment, I'll come back to that. But the Economic Development Group was developed because we were asked to take on environment as well. So we now have 3 groups. We have the Environment and Economic Development Group, which is the sort of overseeing group. And beneath that we have a group for economic development, a group for training, skills, education, jobs, and a group for environment, transport and planning. All of which report into the major group, who then advise the council on what to do. And the reason we did that is because there was so much work to do in the borough, so many things we could look at doing in helping improve it for everybody. If you take the job situation, you know, it's not just the young people that need help, it's the older people as well. So we did the job club. But you know, one of the things we look at is apprenticeships, and we ran a seminar for apprenticeships in conjunction with Surrey County Council. We ran a seminar for how to get business from Spelthorne Council, because that's what local businesses ask for. So there's a lot of work to be done and being done to try and make little things better, if you like. The Spelthorne Business Forum runs not as a separate entity. The idea of it is that that forum is the input to the Economic Development Group as to what they want in the borough to make things better for them.
So it's the focus group,
if you like. Yeah, it's the. I mean, that's the centre, if you like. That's the main thing, because without that feedback coming in, who are we to decide what to do? You know, we need to be told by the businesses, or suggested by the businesses, what we might do. Now, we can't do everything, but we can try and do some things.